Mumbai police have got 10 days custody of two people arrested in the Salman Khan residence firing case. Cops said that the two accused had carried out at least 3 recce's of Salman's house. Earlier today, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde visited the Bollywood star's house and assured the family of swift justice, emphasizing that the culprits won't be spared and that gangs won't be able to operate in Mumbai.
मैंने कहा है पूरी सरकार आपके साथ है। जब यह हादसा हुआ था तब मैंने पुलिस कमिश्नर को तुरंत सुबह ही सूचना दी थी, जल्द से जल्द ये पुलिस कार्रवाई करे और इनको अरेस्ट करे। तो कल ही इनको भुज में से अरेस्ट हुआ है, दोनों को, विकी गुप्ता और एक सागर पाल जो चंपारण बिहार के हैं, उनकी पुलिस कस्टडी है अभी और पुलिस कस्टडी में पूरी तरह पूछताछ होगी और इसकी पूरी जड़ तक ये केस जानी चाहिए और जो भी इसमें शामिल है उसको बिल्कुल उसके ऊपर कड़ी कार्रवाई होगी।
Now, Salman Khan's father exclusively spoke to NDTV's Maria Shakil, saying that the incident seemed to be a part of an extortion bid.
Salim Saab, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. I want to understand from you, how was the meeting with Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and the assurances that have been given? Is the family happy now that this is a good assurance?
उन्होंने कहा कि आप बिल्कुल फिक्र मत करिए, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, आपको सारी के सारे प्रोटेक्शन मिलेगा, सब कुछ है। और ये इदारागिरी जो ये है, ये एक्सटॉर्शन, ये सब बंद कर दूंगा, आप देखिएगा।
So has the family been receiving extortion calls also, Salim Saab?
नहीं, वही तो ये जो होता है नॉर्मली, ये एक्सटॉर्शन की भी होता है, एक को मारा और दूसरे से कचहरी भी है कि देखो इसने मारा, जब उसको मर्डर हुए थे, जो मारा भी था लोगों को, तो उसके बाद ये लोगों के घर पे फोन जाता था कि लाओ इतने पैसे, लाओ इतना मिलते। ये उसको नाम दे देते हैं कि ब्लैक बक का और इसका और उसका दुनिया की सब चीजों का उसको खींच लेते हैं रिलीजन की तरफ, क्या मिश्री कर रहे हैं, मगर कोई इनका मकसद कुछ और है। अब आपसे ज्यादा कोई जानता ही है।
And Salim Saab, what exactly were the concerns that was shared by your family with the Chief Minister?
नहीं है ना, सबसे अच्छे ताल्लुकात है। सब जितने लोग हैं सबसे अच्छे ताल्लुकात हैं, आते नहीं है, सालों से हैं।
जी, and are you hopeful that everything will be peaceful now and the entire family will be safe? और are there some fears?
बिल्कुल नहीं, वैसे भी अभी इतनी जल्दी देखिए ना, उसके ऊपर इन्होंने वो किया है और उसको कर लिया, गिरफ्तार किया। आई मीन बहुत ही फास्ट हुआ सब। ऐसा नहीं है कि छोड़ के दिया होगा, हाँ करेंगे। जैसे ये हुआ था उसके बाद से ही स्टार्टेड गेटिंग इनटू इट एंड लेके आप ही उन लोग करके गिरफ्तार।
Okay, and the family is feeling safe or is there a sense of insecurity in the family?
नहीं, अब सेफ तो, अब ये देखिए सेफ तो ये कि जो उन्होंने किया था वही किसी को लग सकता था, मर जाता, तो उसके लिए कोई कुछ गारंटी नहीं दे सकता। बट जो हमको जो मिला हुआ है प्रोटेक्शन, गुड इनफ है, सबको मिला फैमिली मेंबर्स को। हमारे पास भी है, अपने भी जो लोग हैं यहाँ तक आसान काम नहीं।
Okay, so there is no sense of fear per se now in the family.
नहीं, fear क्या, देखिए वो तो अभी भी बिलीव की एक दिन आने वाली है जिस दिन उसको कोई नहीं बचा सकता। तो जिस दिन है, जिस दिन आएगा, तो ये वो कोई नहीं बता सकता।
All right, Salim Saab, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
Now, in a major crackdown on Naxals in Chhattisgarh, 29 Maoists have been killed by security forces during an encounter in Kanker district of Bastar, including a senior rebel leader, Shankar Rao, who had a bounty of 25 lakh on his head. A huge quantity of weapons were also recovered. 3 security personnel were injured in the gunfight which took place in the forests. Election news now, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi started his Lok Sabha campaign in the northeast with a massive roadshow at Guwahati that saw hundreds of party supporters turn up. The roadshow was seen as a show of strength by the BJP ahead of Prime Minister's twin rallies in northeast on Wednesday. NDTV's Ratnadeep Chaudhary has sent us this report.
In northeast with a massive road show in Guwahati. This is the GS road, the Guwahati-Shillong road in the heart of Guwahati, where Prime Minister Modi has started his road show. In fact, this 1 kilometer long road show has seen massive turnout. In fact, Prime Minister Modi through this road show trying to reach out to the voters of not only Guwahati, not only Assam, but across northeast, because the 25 Lok Sabha seats in northeast are very, very important for the BJP and its allies. In fact, last time the BJP had won 18 out of the 25 seats in the northeast, but this time BJP and its allies would like to increase this number of seats, and therefore Prime Minister is trying to reach out to the voters here. And in fact, Prime Minister Modi tomorrow is going to hold his first full rally in northeast at Nalbari in Assam, and after that he will be holding another rally in Tripura's capital Agartala. So you can see behind me massive turnout in this Modi road show at Guwahati, the beginning of Prime Minister Modi's campaign for the Lok Sabha elections in northeast. In Guwahati, with cameraman Sanjay Chakravarti, Ratnadeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
Now on to our election special on hot seats. Today we are focusing on Alwar in Rajasthan, and it's a Yadav versus Yadav battle there, where Congress MLA Lalit Yadav is taking on Union Minister Bhupinder Yadav.
पानी नहीं होगा तो जीवन नहीं होगा.
Known for its onions, mustard, forts and tigers, Alwar in Rajasthan will see an intense battle on the 19th of April between Senior Minister Bhupinder Yadav and Congress MLA Lalit Yadav. While the former, a key strategist and crisis manager for the BJP, is focusing on national issues and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's credibility, the latter has mounted himself as a local and more deserving of a victory. Bhupinder Yadav, who handles important portfolios such as labour and environment at the centre, has a punishing schedule. Nearly 47 sabhas visiting each village in the constituency, promising water and also a crackdown on the exam mafia.
मेरा अलवर के साथ जुड़ाव 40 साल का है. मेरी सिस्टर, मेरी बुआ, मेरे नाना, वो सब अलवर के हैं. ये सामाजिक रिश्ता आप यहाँ पर देख चुके हैं.
The seat was won by BJP in 2014 and also 2019. In fact, Rajasthan itself was swept by the Modi wave both times, which makes the outcome in Alwar in some ways predictable. Bhupinder Yadav says this election is about Narendra Modi and the country, not so much about the opposition.
ओपोनेंट का कोई ऐसा विषय नहीं. ये चुनाव सीधा राष्ट्रीय मुद्दों पे चुनाव है. ये चुनाव मोदी जी पे चुनाव है, और मतलब मेरे को नहीं लगता है कि कोई ऐसा कोई यादव होने के कारण कुछ है.
The Congress candidate Lalit Yadav, meanwhile, is hopeful after the Congress victory in 5 of the 8 seats in Alwar in the recently held assembly polls in Rajasthan. The centre should have done more to address the water crisis in the constituency, he says.
जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रत्याशी ने गांव-गांव में जाके ये कहा कि हम आपको नहरी पानी पिलाएंगे। मैंने गांव में सबसे कल मैं गया तो मैं वायदा करके आया हूँ कि मैंने कहा केंद्र मंत्री बताते हैं और इनकी सरकार केंद्र में है, तो नहर लाने की बात कह रहे हैं, ये नहर ला देंगे अलवर में तो मैं इस्तीफा दे दूंगा।
Voices on the ground talk about national as well as local issues.
वाजपेयी जी के टाइम से क्वाड्रिलेटरल्स रोड्स जोड़े, उनकी एक स्कीम ये भी थी कि वो सभी नदियों को आपस में जोड़ेंगे, तो वो एक पानी का मुद्दा वहाँ से सोल्व होना शुरू हुआ था मेरे हिसाब से।
देखो जी, यहाँ तो मोदी जी का क्रेज है, मोदी जी के उसमें वोट पड़ेंगे।
बाहरी और लोकल का मुद्दा ज्यादा है। भूपेंद्र यादव बाहरी हैं, ललित यादव यहाँ लोकल है।
Women here raise grassroots issues and share their experience.
जो खेतों में औरतें शौचालय के लिए जाती थी तो गांव वालों को भी दिक्कत होती थी कि ऐसे ऐसे खेतों में औरतें बैठी हैं शौचालय के लिए। अब साफ सुथरा माहौल है शौचालय बनने से, मोदी जी ने अच्छा काम किया है शौचालय।
These are the structures which show that this place has some connection with the past, but right now it is looking at a secured future, it's looking at a promising present, and water is at the center of it, which is why the war cry before the Lok Sabha elections of April 19th, Alwar votes in the first phase, is Nehar no Mamlo hai, Desh no Mamlo hai, basically combining national and local issues in one sentence. BJP's Bhupender Yadav, a veteran minister, is fighting against Congress's MLA, Lalit Yadav. This battle is going to be interesting. It's seen as a battle of Yadavs in a constituency that is dominated by Mayo Muslims, OBC voters, Meena voters, SC voters, and also Yadav voters. It remains to be seen as to whose narrative works, with the BJP focusing on national issues and promising to address local issues at the earliest, and the Congress promising to rehaul the entire system and putting the BJP in the dock. With camera person Kanan Patra, this is Vasudha Venugopal for NDTV from Alwar.
Shifting focus now, and 6 people have died and 5 others were rescued as a boat capsized in the Jhelum River in Srinagar. It was a routine boat ride to school which took a tragic turn. Nazir Masoodi reports.
Tanveer and Muzammil Ahmed left for school with their mother as usual this morning. But there was nothing usual about what happened a few minutes later. The 12-year-old twins will never go to school again. They drowned with their mother when their boat capsized in the Jhelum River at 7:30 a.m. Rescue operations continued for many hours. These school bags were found several kilometers downstream at Chattabal.
इसमें हमारे पास अराउंड 15 लोग जो हैं वो सवार थे, जिसका ब्रेकअप जो है उसमें 7 जो है माइनर से 12 लोगों को जो है वो रेस्क्यू किया, जिसमें अनफॉर्चुनेटली 6 की डेथ हो गई।
ये गवर्नमेंट की लापरवाही है, ये हादसा नहीं होता था। जब ये पुल तैयार होता था तो ये हादसा नहीं होता था। पुल ही नहीं तैयार है, मान के 10-15 साल हो गए इसको ऐसे ही। बूढ़े को इलाज करना पड़ता है, हमको डॉक्टर के पास लेना पड़ता है पार में। किसी बच्चे को डॉक्टर के पास लेना पड़ता है तो पार में लेना पड़ता है, हमको बहुत दिक्कत है।
The bereaved families say their children would have been alive had this bridge, started in 2013, been completed.
The neighborhood is in mourning. It is a painful wait for the families as rescuers are searching the missing here in Jhelum River. The question is, who will be held responsible for not completing the bridge in time? And locals here say if the bridge was completed in time, this tragedy would have never happened, because people would not have been forced to take their children in the boat, even when the Jhelum is flowing almost near the danger mark. Even during the rains, winter or summer, they have to use the same dangerous route because of a bridge could not be completed. And this is not far away from the city center of Srinagar.
Hundreds turned up at the Ganbal neighborhood in Srinagar for the last rites of the victims. With Nazir Masoodi, Bureau Report, NDTV.
We'll slip into a short break at this point. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now, water wars in the national capital. Delhi LG V.K. Saxena has written an open letter to jailed Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal alleging a water crisis in parts of the capital. Delhi LG alleged that AAP had created a mirage of free water in Delhi. Meanwhile, Delhi Minister Atishi has hit out alleging that it was the LG who was blocking Jal Board operations. Remember, there has been, of course, a series of back and forths we have seen taking place between the Delhi LG and the government, despite the fact that the Chief Minister, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is currently lodged in Tihar jail. Shifting focus to another one of our election stories and Prime Minister Modi's show of strength in Bihar and Bengal. He held rallies in Gaya and Purnia. He accused the opposition alliance of being arrogant and claimed in Bihar that they were seeking votes in Nitish Kumar's name.
साथियों, गमंडिया अलायंस के पास न कोई विजन है, न कोई विश्वास है। ये लोग जब वोट मांगने जाते हैं तो भी नीतीश जी के कामों पर वोट मांगते हैं। ये लोग क्यों नीतीश जी के कामों का, केंद्र सरकार के कामों का क्रेडिट खाते हैं, वो पूरा बिहार जानता है। मैं आपको आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं, देश की सुरक्षा से खिलवाड़ करने वाला हर तत्व सरकार की नजर में है और जो लोग राजनीतिक फायदे के लिए सीएए का विरोध कर रहे हैं, वो भी एक बात जरूर जान ले, ये मोदी है, ये न डरने वाला है और न ही झुकने वाला है।
Now, the International Monetary Fund has raised India's growth projection to 6.8% from its January forecast of 6.5%. The revision was made citing bullish domestic demand conditions.
Moderation in growth from a very high growth rate of 7.8 last year down to 6.8 this year and then 6.5 next year. And this moderation partly reflects the tightening in monetary policy and the tightening in fiscal policy, which is necessary to bring inflation down. We see inflation coming down is in the target range, 4.6 this year, 4.2 next year. There are upside risks to this forecast. There could be further strength in private demand. Also, an upside comes from the potential for reforms that would liberalize foreign investment and really boost exports and boost jobs and labor force participation.
Now, the final result of the civil services examination were declared today, and Lucknow's Aditya Srivastava came all India first in these exams. My colleague Gargi spoke to Aditya Srivastava earlier today.
Thank you so much, Aditya, for speaking to NDTV, and congratulations. It's one of the toughest exam processes, the UPSC. So clinching a first is absolutely amazing. And to begin with a cliched question, how are you feeling?
I would say that actually I took a bit of time to sink in, but once it sinked in, then I was ecstatic. And then I would say I went to the classes, so couldn't give much time to this feeling.
Give much time. You got the news and then you had to go in for your IPS training. Tell us about all the work that you put in. You got into the IPS, still you attempted another, you attempted it once again. You persisted with the UPSC.
I resigned from my job in 2020. After that, I started preparing for UPSC. It was in 2022 that I got into the Indian Police Service. And after that, I persisted because it was always a childhood dream, as well as the kind of diversity that this job offers that attracted me towards the Indian Administrative Service.
All right, your family must be absolutely thrilled. And your advice to others who are preparing, it's really long and arduous journey for most, the UPSC exam. There's also a lot of heartbreak involved.
I would say that consistency is the key, and self-motivation is something that one needs to inculcate in order to get through this examination. Apart from that, I would say that having a distinct strategy and sticking to it is also necessary.
All right. And finally, tell us, what would you like to do in the administrative service? You must have had some ideas when you took these exams again and again, something of, idea of what you wanted to achieve.
Ma'am, the most important thing would be, at least in the initial years, to implement to the best of my ability whatever schemes the government is making for the people. And later on, when I get to that stage where I can make policies, then I would like to work on health education, especially for children. So that would be what I would want to do with this posting.
Some international news now, and Dubai was hit with heavy rains and thunderstorm. In fact, the UAE has issued an unsettled weather warning. At the moment, what we are being told is schools have to go online mode after these heavy rains. In fact, the visuals on your screen there show some of the videos which have emerged from Dubai amid the heavy rains, and government employees have also been told to work from home. And with that, it's a wrap on the show. Keep watching NDTV.